close. 1, 2, 3, yay! Welcome back to Table Talk, guys, the show where we answer your topics and questions that you send us on Twitter using the hashtag Table Talk or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed. That's a lot of S's for me to say. Or in the comment section of previous Table Talk videos like this one.
Oh, previous.
This is previous. This has already happened before. Anyways, today on the show, it's me, Sam. Hi, I'm back again. And I got Miss Reina Scully.
Hello.
Hello. And Mr. Matthew D Lieberman.
Hi.
M-A-T-T-L-E. Damn it.
L-I-E-B-E-R.
Damn it.
Can I just say how much joy that intro thing that we just did
Thank you, right?
gave me?
When I figured out you could do a
camaraderie.
more than two-way handshake, you can do it with as many people as you like. It gets a little crowded when you go up to like 10, but you can make it work.
I
Wait,
like
you
when
can do
we
it.
rap.
Yeah, you can do
I
a
love when we
10-way
there
rap.
you go. You could try.
Shut the fucking
Anything
front
is
door.
possible, guys. Go ahead and write down below your favorite handshake moment you ever had in your life. My favorite was when I went in, I bought a car 2 weeks ago, and I was like, okay, we're gonna just act like an adult the whole time. I dressed nice. I was like, okay, I'm leasing a car, not buying it. So I went in, the guy who was doing my credit or whatever, I was like, all right, here we go. First handshake of the day, and went in, and like, you're me, this is him. Grabbed it, I was like, I'm stuck, I got nowhere to go. I don't know what to do. And then I was like, and then after that, like, everything went fine, but I'm just like,
That
I had
handshake.
one shot.
I had one shot at a cool-ass handshake.
Wait, I don't know, but he ruined your opportunity, though.
He did, but like,
stole it
Yeah,
from
it's
you.
not
but
on
like,
you.
I know, but I had a chance.
To make it better? What would you have done? Because, okay, do the pinching thing where,
Yeah.
What would you do? No. We're gonna slip in there.
This is what you do.
Silent.
So like,
I didn't want
like
Let me
that.
be the guy.
Yeah, you grab,
Let me be the guy.
you grab, and be like, oh man, so nice to meet you. you get
It's
in there.
too aggressive.
You know
Really
what?
quick,
It
actually,
is
It makes you feel vulnerable.
I have a
I
test.
feel
I have a test. Come in for just like a normal handshake.
Okay.
Reina pulls first. I'm sorry. I felt more secure with that handshake.
I didn't know what we were doing, so I didn't give you a real handshake.
That was good.
You can't take it away from me,
I
though.
can't. No.
She already pulled, but he didn't.
What's done is done. It is
Wait,
known.
what about us, though? Nice.
Oh, that's
nice.
firm.
That was business. I felt it.
Mine are always clammy, so you feel like you're at home in a bath, like with
What?
with a clam.
A cold
With a
bath.
clam. You're in a cold bath at home with a clam.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Dawn Nibbles. Sam Bashor, if you could have a super mutant power that hasn't been invented yet, what would it be?
Ooh, who would ask me a superhero question?
Shocker of the century.
I tweeted out asking for table talk questions. It's a mutant power that hasn't been invented yet. Who you'd want? Okay, I heard about one that was pretty cool. It's an X-Men named Cypher. She could understand any language, but then she could she could look at a math equation and understand it, and then she could look at a building and understand the architecture of it, and then figure out the weak points. That was a pretty cool one.
But that's been invented.
That's been invented, so that doesn't count.
Everything's been
You gotta
invented.
pick
then.
one out of the ether. What's something you want to be easier in
happen?
your life? Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. Everything's been invented. I don't know. I like time travel-y stuff. I like, is that all I got? Yeah, I like time travel-y stuff.
Time travel stuff's cool.
Yeah.
I want to control like cellular growth. Like I'd love to be like the greatest like OBGYN in the world who could course correct like infant development, like to make sure that babies like once they're conceived like could survive and be healthy all the way to pregnancy.
Just humans or all animals?
I mean, all animals would be dope. I was just shooting for humans, but if I can fucking save baby animals, if I can make the greatest baby tigers in the world just by using my thoughts,
Really?
of
Ooh,
course.
If like especially like populations that are like cheetahs.
Dying out.
Yeah.
Or
Pandas that don't have sex.
But that's the thing is the pandas, they have to have the sex first. I can't create a baby from nothing.
Maybe you
Okay.
create a horny baby.
Why would I create a horny
If you
baby?
could genetically create a really horny panda baby and only make horny
Oh no sounds
No,
from the
I
horny
did not
baby.
suggest
Close your eyes and decide, is this a baby noise or is this a...
Sam, you're not making more mouth noises.
No.
I feel like I've upset you somehow and I can't think of why.
That is very specific, and I like it because it's very helpful to the greater good.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna say the greater good. You guys gotta repeat it like they do in Hot Fuzz. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
How can this be for the greater good? Shut it!
How did they
Greater
say?
good.
The greater good.
Oh, it's for the greater good.
The greater good.
Yay! Love that movie.
It's a great movie.
Failed.
I'm so
You
bad.
had
She
one
failed.
shot, one opportunity to seize everything that you ever wanted. Would you capture it? Would you just let it slip?
Mom
like
spaghetti.
something already.
Yeah. I would pick. I need If I was in a pinch, that's good because I would be able to grow extra fingers.
Whoa! In a pinch.
In a
Wait,
pinch.
just fingers?
And they could grow back into my hand, so I wouldn't be like a complete freak. But like you could just like he's got.
Wait, I'm sorry. You wouldn't be a complete freak.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden you're like. So I just need to count really quick. Don't mind if I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and just keeps opening up like over and over again.
No.
And it just goes up to like, oh yeah, 60. Yeah.
It's like something out of the Matrix when he's like moving a little too fast. So there's like extra, not quite time.
And if you do this with your fingers, all of them would move like that. It's really
Super creepy, like an evil super crab.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be a super
Wait,
crab.
she's got to be more specific with her time travel. I'm a
I know.
stickler.
Damn it! I know. I was trying to think of something that would be amazing, but like I just can't. Everything has been invented already. I do like both of your cellular growth stuff because I was thinking, oh, I want the ability to like grow my hair or like maybe. Oh no! I don't want extra.
You're getting excited.
Skin. I know. I got
Just say
really
it. Whatever
excited
comes to your
about
mind.
Extra skin.
I want to be.
And bam.
Like One Punch Man. I just want to kill everything with one punch, but that already exists. This is so silly.
But what's not a mutant?
He's not a mutant.
He's not a mutant.
You can just say, I'm a mutant. Who
So
can kill everything
one
with
punch, one punch
Yeah.
kills. So your whole life you always put sticks
You
in
know
your
what?
hands so they don't bend. Like 'cause if you made a fist and you touch something, bam.
How about
Dead.
one flick? Like if I could just destroy everything with just one flick.
That's
that'd be great.
terrifying.
By
It
the
is,
way,
right?
one of my favorite moments in comics is when the Justice League New 52 happened, when his big reboot, Superman and Flash met at the same time. He couldn't catch the Flash, Superman couldn't, so he flicked at the right time and caught him and like flung him across the city. It's one of the coolest moments ever.
Shit.
Wow.
Wait, did I speak about the Flash? I never bring that up. That's so
No,
weird.
you
I
never.
don't know. It was
Such
just
a
came to my
weird,
mind.
unique
Happened.
experience.
I know, right? What you got?
Christopher Fulton at Raur Crouton on Twitter writes, at Sam Bashor,
Hello.
if you could give cell phones a new function, what would it be? Hashtag Table Talk.
Oh man.
If you could give cell phones a new function.
I'm a real big fan of. I've never used them because they seem like a very like first world problem type thing. But it's
Sure.
like those buttons that Amazon created that you can put around your
Amazon
house.
dash buttons.
There you go. And like
What's that?
it's like a you can put them near like in your laundry room and it's like a Tide button. So if you're out of Tide, you can press this button and it'll order it from Amazon for you.
Automatically.
Wait.
Automatically.
Wait.
So it's like if you run out of like something that you use very often. So like let's say
Cat litter.
you use the same brand of cat litter
Always.
all the time.
Arm & Hammer clump
Right.
seal.
Arm & Hammer clumps, right?
seal.
Clump seal. There's a little button and you stick it to your wall, like right above where you keep your cat litter. It's
Wait, like a
Wi-Fi
physical
enabled.
button?
Yeah,
It's a button.
It's a Wi-Fi enabled button, and you push that button, and it automatically orders another bag of Arm & Hammer clump seal and sends it right to your door, and you don't have to do jack fucking shit.
Two-day shipping.
Golly, that is 2-day shipping.
Yeah, Prime. Amazon Prime.
Oh, this episode is not sponsored by
It is not,
Amazon.
It's not,
it's
but
been
We're pretty
helpful.
excited about it.
Bree and I were talking about this morning. Amazon has given us so many gifts.
Truly.
Isn't it time that we just accept that they are the true shadow government and we just let them be
Not
in charge?
Google?
Not Google, not Apple. Amazon.
Amazon.
Now, on their videos, when you buy a video, like I'm working my way through Better Call Saul Season 2 right now. I bought it on my Amazon Prime, and I'm watching it. Now, each scene happens, the actors in the scene, their IMDb pages pop up in a side thing you can open automatically. And anytime there's a song used, the song comes up with information about the song, and it, like you can enable it or disable it, whatever. But it's like they hired someone to program all of that.
I love
for
that.
me.
Yeah, for
so
you.
that if I'm like, who's that guy? I recognize that guy. It's like, oh, of course, that's Patrick Fabian. I know him from such and such.
Everybody's favorite Doctor Who character.
Patrick Fabian?
Yeah.
Is that actually that?
No, of course not. But that is Amazon. You gotta step up from Google. I'll give you that.
That's impressive. Wait, so
They're
is it
not
with
quite
all
as
products?
scary as Google because they don't have all my information. They just know
Not
what I
yet.
like to
Not
buy.
yet.
Not yet.
But they can.
There
They-
you go.
Wait, so I have a question about this Amazon button.
Yeah.
So
The dash
they have
button.
it, the dash button. Holy shit! They have it for like every product.
No,
No,
it's
you
like
program it.
It's like
You
no.
program
There are like 200 buttons available
200
for
buttons.
specific things, and you buy the buttons. The buttons are like $5 each.
Oh.
The button comes, and you just you stick it, and then you just push it whenever you want another one of the thing.
So
and it's
you're-
like anything from
confused.
food to cleaning supplies to cat litter to whatever.
I feel a little bit like I'm in a Target then,
Basically.
asking
In
for
your
help.
own
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, a
But
little
like
bit.
instead of asking for help, it's just like, ooh, hit
I
that
know what
button.
I want.
Set it and forget it. It's like
Yeah.
crock
Scary
pot.
thing though is if you have children and they get a hold of that, like, oh,
I
as
love
a kid,
buttons. What
I
if
love
I-
buttons.
Yeah.
What if you were
I
like,
love buttons, yeah.
what if you were drunk and you're like, where are all the fucking Amazon buttons? And you like go and like break them off of the walls and you bring them into bed and like, I love clicking all you, huh? Let's click all the goddamn buttons, huh?
That'd be a really great way to get revenge on an ex who wronged you.
Yeah.
Before
Or you just
you
take their
leave,
button.
before you leave, you push that button a bunch of fucking times, and you're just like, haha! I just ordered $100 worth of Tide detergent, you piece of shit. Try doing your laundry in peace. You can't.
You can't ever.
Yeah, I changed the address and I sent them to my new place.
Oh God.
That's real devious.
Yeah.
The question though was if you got a function to a cell phone.
Cell phone.
That's true.
There you
Yeah.
go. Smartphone. What are we in the early
I would
2000s?
want I would want a cell phone or a smartphone that could create water for me, so that I can drink water whenever I want. Like that bottle that is powered by like the bicycle or by solar power as you drive. There's like a bottle that's out there that creates water by drawing in oxygen and hydrogen from the air as you move.
Oh my God.
As you move.
Wait, so if you do that in LA though, what kind of water is gonna
Put a
come
filter in
out?
front of it.
Put like 3
Yeah, get like a
filters.
second bottle that has like all those little
You're on a
filters in it.
hike, you're like,
Activated charcoal, motherfucker.
so if you drop your phone and there's a little crack in the seal, and then
Why don't you
your
just
whole
drop a
phone's
stick
fucked.
of activated charcoal in the bottle?
Yeah, because that's all I need to make it drinkable.
But like,
It is actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
activated charcoal or activated carbon is what most filters use.
Oh, I thought.
Except for reverse osmosis.
I was raising my hand for a question.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you.
I thought you were just way into activated charcoal.
No, I'm not. I would be honest. I've never really put too much thought into it. But you have put
Sam.
water into your phone.
I want just
Oh,
a
like
phone.
a water bottle? Wait,
if
no,
you
what?
dro- if
No,
you
I just
dropped
want it. Oh, and the
yeah.
water gets in the phone. Well, make them all like that Samsung Galaxy S7 that Lil Wayne keeps pouring all the shit all over.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
keeps doing it.
It's water resistant.
It's water resistant and champagne resistant.
Exactly.
And I find
As we
myself in more
learned.
situations of dropping my phone into alcoholic beverages than into water.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That
That's
is
the
what
market
happens.
we're going for. Mm-hmm. So you want water. You want activated charcoal to
No,
come out of yours?
first of all, let's talk more about activated charcoal, shall we?
Can we
Okay.
talk about water
Yeah.
filters right now?
I thought activated
For
charcoal.
2 seconds.
I thought activated charcoal was used for
exciting as they are.
deodorant.
It's used sometimes for deodorant. It also helps with like stomach tummy bubbles.
Yeah, yeah, and it filters the air. I didn't know it also filtered water.
It can also filter water. You're gonna have like a bit of a taste to it because
That's
of the
okay,
charcoal.
but it smells really
But,
nice,
yeah.
actually.
No.
I figured out what I want my phone to
What
be.
do you
So
want
I
your
thought
phone to
charcoal,
do?
and
Yeah.
because then I thought it was like a black rock. Another black rocks you use to hit together and you make fire. I want my phone to make fire.
Ooh.
And like I want it to not like I don't want to like shoot like a laser. I just want like you put it down and you're like
Wait, I
"Yeah,
want
fire,
that."
fire, and then it's just like a little fire. It's not gonna burn the phone. It's just like here's a little concentrated fire. It's like you guys want to make s'mores? It's like
Sweet.
Yeah, go ahead, put all your
Pocket
phones
s'mores.
together.
Pocket
Yeah.
You put your
s'mores,
phone
that's
right
great.
there and then
Ice s'mores.
right there.
Lovely.
Kids would ruin society.
Yeah.
It's only for very responsible adults. Very. You have
I
to
feel like
pass
you have to.
some tests.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
driver's test.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible enough to have it.
There's a lot of effort to put into this. That
Right.
Really is very
Background
little.
checks,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
I want a laser to come out of my phone.
They do that.
Oh,
No,
wait,
but
wait,
like
wait.
a powerful, painful laser.
Like one that can
It
kill ya.
hurts.
Oh.
Just kidding. A long time ago,
Yeah.
I saw this thing that allowed you to smell stuff from your iPhone.
What?
You guys don't know what I'm talking about? All right, so I think I saw it in Japan, obviously, right?
Obviously.
And it was this little thing. It almost looks like an oleo clip. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Like the,
Yeah.
The thing?
yeah.
It looks like that, but it emits scents for you of things that you want to smell. Like, for example, when you're Yelping for a restaurant, instead of like just looking at pictures, you can smell those dishes.
What?
Yeah.
But how do they know
No, yeah.
how it smells from that particular restaurant?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense,
I
right
don't
now.
know.
If
It's
you
just
had
programmed
one
really
that was
well.
like, I want a citrus spray every time I get a text message from this specific person.
That's where I was going.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Or if you had like a bad relationship with somebody, like or like you started
Yeah.
fighting and
Yeah.
you're like, oh god, citrus. Oh no, I'm gonna fight.
Oh no, that's like
Yeah.
olfactory senses. I feel like that's gonna get you like
Can you
subconsciously
reassign
bad.
their scents? Like if I'm fighting with Mike, can it smell like shit all of a sudden when it normally smells like roses?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want
That's what I
scents?
want. I want scents.
Yeah.
You want water.
I want it to make water.
You want it to make water.
I want it to make water so I'm never dehydrated.
There you go. And it has like a pop-out cup or something that extends out. Maybe.
Or
And
maybe
then
the
you have
phone case has that function.
Exactly. It has a little reservoir, and then you just pour it right out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's so efficient. You guys got your questions, right? Is it my turn?
Do you have a water filter in your home, Sam?
I do have a Brita
Does it have
filter.
our activated charcoal in it?
I'm gonna be honest, I've never put too much thought into it. I install it when it tells me to, and then
Sam,
I
we'll
do
talk
it.
about this off air because no one really cares about this, but you need to upgrade, my friend.
All right.
Apparently,
guys,
it's all about the
the
activated
next
charcoal.
table talk is about upgrading your water filters at home. Is it really? We'll get
Top
into
notch.
it.
Top notch episode.
But my question is from Jack at Freakbag22 and Twitter. Oof, made it through that sentence. Okay. Somebody brought this up earlier. How was your first time driving? Tell the story. The first time driving. I was excited when I got this tweet.
That's a great one.
That's really good.
I grew up around here, so I like a little bit north in like a kind of a suburby area. But when I drove in a car that had like not 2 steering wheels, but just 2 brake pedals. So he had a brake on the other
Right,
side.
on the other
and,
side. The driving instructor.
the driving instructor, and he came pick me up, and he's like, "Okay, we're getting on the freeway." And I was like, "Oh, I've never been in a car before." I was like, I didn't know what to say because I'm like, I've never driven before. He's like, "No, we're getting on the freeway. We're getting on the 5." And I was like, And if you've ever been around LA, the freeways here are very scary. And so like we got on the 5, we went down to the valley, and the valley is not a lot of good drivers around here. And so he's like, "Okay, you're just gonna keep circling around here." And like we went and picked up stuff for him and stuff.
What?
And we kept circling back. He's
You
like,
ran
"Okay."
errands for him?
Yeah, we ran errands for him, and I was
Yeah.
like, and he kept talking about how his house is the same house where they filmed Back to the Future, and I was like, I don't need to know this right
damn
now.
cool.
It
That's
is
a little bit
cool, but he kept
interesting.
saying the damn story. I'm like, and he kept talking about, well, Michael J. Fox came by my house to borrow some water. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going
Gonna
to
die.
crash. And I need you to focus. And he's like, we'll get back on. Yes.
Was one of the errands to pick up a 6-pack of beer that he promptly opened?
Dude, he looked like a dude who would do that. He did have a like
Yeah,
a,
turn in here. All right, wait here, and it's like exposed on Roscoe and Canoga.
There you go. And then when he was like, we're gonna head back, and he made me go back during rush hour.
What?
On the freeway going back. I've never been more nervous to do something before in my entire life. We got back and immediately, like, we had 2 more lessons, and I begged him to stay in our own city after that. That was the first time driving.
That's unbelievable, and that's
a
not
blast.
very fair.
Oh no, but you know what? I learned about where they filmed Back to the Future, and I think that's the
Yeah,
takeaway.
Good lessons.
My driving instructor's name was Pat.
Pat.
She always had a pink hat, so we called her Pat with a pink hat. My friend and I had the same driving instructor because we come from a real small town.
Yeah.
She was an absolute fucking nightmare. So my mom is weirdly good at driving. She's very laid back. She's never gotten into an accident ever.
Yeah.
So she taught me how to drive. And she was like, oh, just like relax, like everything's gonna be fine. And the very big motto that she taught me was nobody wants to get into an accident.
No.
So like you're never, like don't ever battle anybody because like nobody wants that, period. So if you just like stay in your lane and do your thing, like nothing really bad's gonna happen, right? I'm like, okay, chill.
When you say battle, were you expecting something when you started driving? Like people...
Nissan Acura! Nissan Acura.
Like,
Nissan,
chicken a
go!
lot? Yeah.
Use tackle!
No, my mom just knows that I'm really aggressive, so she was afraid I was gonna be a really aggressive driver, which I wasn't. I'm not. I'm actually very good. You don't say that about yourself. That's not a thing you say. But Pat with a pink hat was awful because from the moment I stepped into the car, she's like this tiny, meek little lady that was like, okay, you're gonna now put your seatbelt on.
Why is
but
she
you have to-"
afraid?
I don't know. That's not the right
I'd
job.
be afraid if
I guess
was-
so, yeah.
I'd be afraid.
I feel like anyone who's a driving instructor drinks.
You can't let that shit show, though, Pat. You can't. Pat? No, but truly, though, she was always shaking like this, and then she's like, okay, we're gonna go into Rochelle Park now. No. Wait a second. You have to hit the... I'm like, you can't say these things while I'm driving. I'm very young. Like, this is the first time I'm legitimately driving. This is very terrifying.
This is what you do. Kids, if you ever run into this, because you're definitely going to, because there's a lot of driving instructors that I've heard similar, not to your nightmare of a story, but you just pull into a parking lot and you park and you're like, hey, I need you to chill. I know this is
It's
my
so
first
hard to
time
say
out.
that.
I know
It's
it's
so
not.
hard to say that
I'm
to an
saying
adult.
something unrealistic that you can't do. But if you have the balls, then go ahead and give it a try.
You really should, because it was really not, it's not like mentally healthy
To go through that kind of
It really is. It's your first time driving, and this woman that like is supposed to teach you stuff is terrified. Like she's definitely pissing herself, and it was not fun. Every time I went on the highway, she'd like brace herself. You know how a cat like braces themselves like this? She would do one of these. She'd be like, okay, but slow down. And then when a truck would come by, she'd be like, don't be afraid of the truck. Don't be afraid of the truck. I'm like,
It's like, but you're afraid of the truck.
I try my best never to be the person that holds onto the hand, the safety
That is
handle.
so insulting.
It is,
but someone does it. My mom used to do it when I was learning, and it just made me feel so insulted. Like she is afraid to be in this car with me right now. I'm like, Mom, it's me.
Blanket.
You birthed me.
It is, but I feel so bad if I do it in the car because I will verbally say like, hey, can you slow down? Because I'm
will you
freaking
really?
out because I'm like, if I'm close enough to you, I'm like, if I feel really like uncomfortable, I'm like, hey, you're hitting 60 in a 20 zone. Can you go ahead and slow down, please?
Okay, well, I always grab the upper handle and the side handle whenever I drive with septic.
Oh yeah,
that
no,
makes sense.
he is
Please
the
understand.
single most
Please understand.
reckless,
Yeah.
terrifying driver I have ever encountered in my
Don't get
life.
in his car. Which,
I know.
Yeah, just don't.
But-
get in his car.
Not his new car, but his old car. It was like
It was a Tonka truck.
It was like a Toyota FJ Cruiser.
Yeah, it
man.
really was.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's a tank, so he just feels invincible in it, and maybe it's just because he's also a giant, so he's used to looking down on everything and squashing things like bugs.
terrifying.
But
That is what
he would
tall people do.
do all of them.
legitimately careen around corners on purpose while blasting insane dubstep techno.
Yeah, it's bad. It's electronic core, by the way. No.
Are you doing it while like texting?
Electronic core?
Yes, he does it while texting.
Yes, to put
Just
anybody
kidding, he
on
doesn't.
blast.
Just kidding, he doesn't. Actually, he's really just scrolling through his Spotify. That's really what's happening.
God
but,
fucking damn it.
Just as dangerous, and I do that too.
Truly.
This is why we should go back to CDs. No screens, no distractions. You make it outside the car. You
Commit
pop
to
it
the
in.
album.
Yes.
Commit to
Such a
whatever makes
waste of
CD.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah.
such a waste of time. I hated making CDs. Sorry.
love
I love
making
making
CDs.
CDs.
I love making playlists. I love
I
making
love
CDs.
that. One thing only you will understand in this table right now.
Sure.
So you know how in order to get up and down from Idlewild, you have to go down that motherfucking mountain, that 360.
I also understand.
Did
that.
you go?
Yes,
Oh
Yes,
my
it's
God.
insane. It's
Okay,
terrifying.
Okay, Septic drove down that.
You told us
no.
this.
Okay, no.
showed
She
you a
couldn't.
video,
Hold on.
right?
That was a naked and afraid Idlewild.
Well, then you're gonna die out here, Reina.
They wanted to leave the night of. I'm telling this story because they wanted to leave the night of the shoot, even though we were going to leave the next day. Just fine. Take our time. Make it come back comfortably.
Cruise.
You wanted to get out of that beautiful cabin.
No, I wanted
beautiful
out.
You wanted out, and so you chose to sit next to the devil of the driver and put your life in risk. And what? Like you guys left at 10 or 11 at
No,
night?
it was like 10 or something.
It was 12? You
No,
left at 12.
I
Again,
don't
a
even
12
know.
from the audience. We left at 12.
I don't even know.
You did that.
I did
We
that. It
left
was
the
me. It
next
was my
day.
choice.
Well, we got a coffee. We got breakfast. It was nice.
That
We went to a
sounds
diner.
great.
It was
Oh my
amazing.
god, they have a coffee shop that has a wonderful the cream cheese like Danish thing.
We didn't get
we went
Danishes,
to-
but it was
like
that
a strawberry one.
Is it the one with the big map? Is it kind of like a very cozy, like
and this
like
really
coffee
tall
coffee
ceiling,
shop?
really tall ceiling. That was amazing.
Wonderful and
Yeah.
such nice people,
Wonderful.
and the pastries were delicious.
What about you for driving?
First driving story. So my driving instructor, he was a very irritable Italian man. I don't remember his name necessarily, but we were driving around in this like red Jeep dealy. And we go to this mall parking lot, just a massive empty mall parking lot, and he's just like, okay, he's like, don't even put your foot on the gas at all. Just let the car idle. So I'm like, okay, the car's idling, we're going forward. I'm like, oh, I'm gaining my confidence. He's like, okay, now I want you to make we had talked a bit before about like, turns and stuff like that. It's like, okay, now make a square turn. I don't know what a
I
square
don't know.
turn is.
None of us do.
A turn, technically, a square has no turn.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to turn into spots. He's like, no, make a square turn. And I'm like, no, make a square turn. Make a square turn. And he's like, make a square turn. Make a square turn. And he's like badgering me, yelling at me. And finally, I did what you said. I stopped the car. I put it in park, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I need you to explain it to me. And you yelling at me, not making me a better driver. This is perhaps the most confident I had ever been to an adult up until that point.
That's impressive.
Hell yeah.
It's so hard.
Because I'm like, I'm in control of this car. I need you to chill because I need to learn how to drive.
Oh my God, I thought you were gonna say, I'm in charge of this car. I could kill us both if I want to.
If I want to, it's all I have to do is hit this pedal.
And not let go.
You can brake. I can knock that leg out the way, sir. I am young and I am spry. No, it was fine after that. I felt like he had earned some tiny modicum of respect for me after that. But like going on like errands, like this guy would have me go do errands for him, dropping stuff off, picking stuff up. I would pick up his next appointment 2 towns over and then drive back to my town.
And then you guys would switch? Wait,
Yeah.
is that even legal to have a passenger in a...
Yeah, because you got the driver in there.
Yeah, you get the instructor.
See,
Instructor. There you go.
Yeah.
Pat was awful. Pat never did that to me.
Oh, Pat would never
Pat was
do
committed,
that.
okay?
Never.
Pat's little heart could barely handle one driver. Did not need somebody else in the back of that.
But this guy definitely, he didn't drink while I was around him, but he's definitely the kind of man who drank to put up with his job. And by the time my sister was learning how to drive 5 years later, he had retired and his son had taken over the business.
Was he just as angry?
He wasn't that angry, I guess. I guess he hadn't been jaded yet. I feel like
It takes a while.
once you get put in enough life-threatening situations because of dumbass kids.
Wow, it's true. It must be a really, like, one of the worst jobs on earth, driving instructor.
Because you don't get paid a shitload.
No,
you get
there's
paid,
no way.
You get paid like a
That's why you
living
drink.
wage, but you get paid a living wage to put your life on the line daily.
And with that, let's take a second and talk about our final thoughts from this episode. What did we learn? Guys, to camera.
Reina.
What did you learn?
What did I learn? I learned that we all had awful driving experiences when we first started driving. It's not our fault. It's not your fault. Everyone sucks at first. Also, if your instructor sucks, you can't do anything about it. Except you could man up and buck up and talk to your instructor and tell them that they're making you feel uncomfortable, but that's really hard to do. I guess I learned nothing in the end.
I learned that thinking about babies and the word horny in the same sentence makes me uncomfortable and I think makes everyone else uncomfortable. Also, if you close your eyes and you listen to babies cooing, it sounds gross and you should stop immediately and think about why you did that in the first place. You shouldn't have listened to me. Why did you even do that? Think before you act. Read a book.
And with that, my final thoughts are charcoal's important for something earlier in the episode.
Activated charcoal.
The
Charcoal by
activated-
itself is nothing.
Yeah, you gotta get that thing activated. Talk about its mom or something. Get it activated. Get it, start talking.
You gotta get on a
talking
plan.
shit. Talk
you gotta
shit
enter the
about
code.
that.
You gotta pin. You gotta go to charcoal.com/activate. Put in the pin.
Get
the
that
button.
thing going.
Password for your cable provider.
And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Table Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much to Reina and Matthew D Lieberman for joining me on this episode. Be sure to send us your topics and questions on Twitter using the hashtag Table Talk, on reddit.com/r/SourceFed.
or down in the comments.
And in the comment section of this video or any other previous Table Talk video, we go and mine those for your questions. And be sure to tell your friends about this show. Talk about the new set. I love it. Everyone name their favorite part really quick. Ready, Matt, go.
That green thing.
And Matt,
The gift TV.
wrong. It's the hourglass at the very bottom that no one can see, and it's got iron filings in it. It's got a magnet. It's really cool because I like magnets. Thank you. Really quick, let's do the final
Can we
handshake
do
thing.
double hands?
I don't know. Let's see if it
yeah.
go that back to dance. 1, 2, 3, yay! Bye.
Maybe fudge your way through like the space camp, the training thing, and be like, yeah, I'm totally competent to do this.
Meanwhile, shocker of shockers, Facebook conspired to make your news more liberal. Really, this is The Loop.